Howdy, hey. It's been a while, hasn't it? How are you doing? I do hope you're doing well, but, let's skip the fluff. That title is kind of ominous, isn't it? Is this actually going to be my last video on this channel? Yes, I'm killing the channel. And it should have been done a long time ago if I'm being entirely honest, but, the amount of times I wrote the final video is at least more than 10. It's scary, committing to that. And, I'm not going to delete the channel. I could always come back, right? But it kind of goes against how I feel about my life right now. I've been forced to reflect a lot this past year. I've made a lot of mistakes, as per usual. I mean, it's me. And honestly, just generally stupid things, but I'm sure you're tired of hearing me saying all this. Just look back at the past few videos I have, I probably said the same thing. It would just be so easy to say, I'm in a slump, it wasn't that long ago where I was couch crashing. It's just a moment. No, it's more than a moment. It's a buildup. The final consequences of my own shortcomings. It's frustrating the amount of times I've shot myself in the foot, opportunities I've thrown away, people hurt because of my actions or the lack of my actions. And this cycle of shit has been on repeat for, God, so many years at this point. And one of the worst things is, I know all of this already. It's not like some sudden realization, it's another step in the cycle. So I'm done. Not just here, but in so many aspects in my life. I just can't anymore. I'm sorry. And, another thing, I'm not a victim in the situation. I don't want to paint myself in that aspect. It's my fault. Sure, I could go on a blaming spree, blame my childhood, blame the lack of not having a mom, and just whatever. But at the end of the day, the choices were mine. Let's jump back to reflecting. I've seen your comments. I've seen the Discord messages. I've been reading my past journal entries. I've been kind of obsessed with the past for quite a few years, probably since 2019 is when well, that's a whole different story where I'm going to move past that, move past it, get it past, never mind. And, sometimes I'll even smile looking back at it all. These people commenting, people who don't even know me in real life, showing all this support towards me. Honestly, they're showing more support than some of the people in my real life, which is kind of fucking sad when I say it out loud, but, we're going to move on past that. And I'm grateful, really. I really am. For Skunk. And then I'm just going to put a list up. There's just so many people that I want you to know. You're seen. I've seen you. I always do. And not just that, just my group of friends. Or, I don't know. It's been a while, I haven't really spoken to anyone in a long time. I know they would welcome me back if I tried, if I just took that step forward. But I can't. It's like this barrier that's there. It's not my place anymore. And it's not like I'm a completely different person now, and especially in the surface level. If, anyone that's still around me because, I'm just still in not the same area, but I have to bump into them here and there. They would definitely just say, it's the same old me. But I feel like right now, I just got to walk down a different path alone, just for a little while longer, though my definition of a little while longer could be, a lot. I'm just, whatever. I've been doing a lot of things. Still writing, by the way. I've made actually a lot of videos. I probably have 30 videos in the vault that will never get released. At least not here. I mean, I don't know. They'll probably just never get released. A lot of them are sad or weird. Especially weird. I had this weird month where I was drinking. Yeah, there was a lot going on. But as usual, I get off track. I have a whole script right here, by the way, but I don't know. I just always overcomplicate things. I'm going to keep this really simple just to make it easier on both of us. Here's the thing. I will probably come back to YouTube sooner, later, whatever. Just not on this channel. If I'm being entirely honest with you, looking at this channel kind of hurts me. It's like a look into I don't know. It feels not real anymore. Like, that's not me I'm watching anymore. I don't think that makes any sense, but it makes sense to me. It's a feeling thing. It's a feeling thing, and you can't touch me even if you want to. That sounded weird. I'm sorry. You know, I've been making videos since 2009. Again, I want to clarify, by the way, this isn't my first channel. This is like my fourth channel. I've made so many channels at this point. Wouldn't be surprised. I have like over 10. You know, there's something about YouTube that always brings me back. I always loved creating things, despite it getting shut down sometimes. But you know, again, that's a whole different thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go on a fucking rant in so many different directions if I don't control it. So I'm gonna try to control it. I'm not gonna try to cut anything either. I might cut a few things if it goes too long, and it's going on too long. So we're gonna keep going on track because I feel like it's unfair to leave things here. So here's my final piece of advice to everyone. And I mean everyone, even though not everything applies to everyone. You know, because I'm saying everyone a lot, but everyone is like in their own box, their own world. There are rules of reality built up by experience, bias, tradition. Well, you get what I'm trying to say. It's so easy to get stuck in your own head, to have your perception of reality be your only one. But call me cliche, but there's just an infinite amount of choices you can make in this world. Mistakes to be made, memories to carry forever. Just make sure when you make those choices, they're genuine, thought through, turning my page, my script, and end up helping you. Of course, nothing is guaranteed in this world, but there's a lot of people afraid to take action by invisible walls of doubt that honestly could probably crumble easily. Maybe you just need a little help. Remember this, it's okay to struggle, it's okay to express yourself, it's okay to ask for help. You don't need to do this alone, even if you kind of need to be alone for a minute. Like, that's also a thing too. Like, again, it's different for everyone. I don't know if me and you, you know, me being me, you being the viewer, will ever meet again. Especially not here. It's not going to happen here. I'm trying to commit to things, okay? You know, it's kind of hard. But if we do meet again, don't be afraid to say hi. Though we both know how inconsistent I can be, but again, trying to work on these things. You know, just one step at a time, really. And like, I mean, like, really doing it for once. You know, one of these days I gotta get it together, right? So, one last thing, I guess. You might be wondering, what is the moral of the story? Drink water.